Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Jess with Love to Plan with Jess. Today we're decorating my journals for the week of September 29th. I have a Happy Planner vertical layout that we are going to decorate first, and I chose Junk Journaling by Casthetic Plans. After this one, we will decorate my dot grid journal, but let's take a look at this Junk Journaling sticker book first. I haven't pulled this one out in a while, and I really like this sticker book a lot. It's so fun. There's so many like different elements in here, and I'm trying to decide what I want to go with first. I think let's start by kind of creating our own cluster. So I'm going to take this double wide box, and then I also am going to bring in a couple of these like layering elements here. Let's take this like darker one, and I like these two. Let's also use one or two of these. So how about we take this one? And I think that's going to be enough to get started, and then we will layer things on top of the box. So these are going to go kind of underneath the box, and then we will place the box down. Which side do we want to start on? How about we start over on the right side of the page? So I am going to place this down right here, kind of up in that corner, and then trying to decide if I want this to be next to this up here or if we want to have it come down here. I think I want this piece to go like right here. So we have these elements kind of in multiple places around this box. And then let's lay this down right about here, kind of right in the middle of that. Now we can take some other boxes and sort of layer them on top. So I really like these that are kind of like little washi style strips almost, but they're paper. And I think that it would be fun to add that. And then I want some other kind of like box down here. So let's take a look at these boxes and see, find one that we think that would go nicely right here. Let's see what this one looks like. This one reminds me of like a raffle ticket, like the raffle ticket on one side, and then the other side that's like save this ticket or whatever it usually says on that side. I think this might be a little bit too big. Let's see if we can find something that's a little bit smaller. We can also go with like some of the plain boxes, but I wanted to try and find one of these fun ones to use. What if we took this and put that here, and then we could either put a box on top of it or just leave it like that. I actually kind of like it like that. And would it be too much now to add one of these pieces? I think so. I think that this cluster is good the way that it is. I like how that one turned out. So now let's do one on this side, and I'm going to put like a sidebar sticker here. I usually do that in my journals because then it gives me a nice like larger place to journal in. Let's take this like light one, and I'm gonna put this, let's do it down here, or maybe we do it up here. Yeah, let's do it up here at the top. And I'm not gonna layer anything underneath it. Maybe we'll find something to layer with it, but I want to create clusters and decorate in here first, and then we can see, because I don't want it to get too busy. So we'll see if we're going to add anything to this, but let's create another one of these over on the left side of the page. And I'd like to use another like double wide box like this. Maybe we'll turn it this way this time. And let's get more of these like layering pieces to go underneath it. And I really liked using the two different kinds last time. So let's do that again. But this time we'll use this one that doesn't really have like that like dark gray background. It's kind of just those, that like script wording. And then let's take one of these and try one that's kind of like, that's different from this. I'm eyeing this one. Let's take this one. And then we're going to kind of do the same thing that we did before, where we're going to place these down and then we'll put the box on top of it. So just going to kind of place that down there, and then let's place this. I think I'm going to turn it this way, because if I put it this way, the box is going to cover most of it up. But if we turn it this way, then the box won't cover up quite as much of that. So we have that there, and then we can layer this on top of it. Okay, let's see what we want to use to kind of finish this one up. This time I think I will take like a plain box and maybe put it like over here. So let's take a look at the like the plain boxes that we have. How about like a header size box? Maybe over here. Oh, that's crooked. All right, and I don't know that we need to put anything here. Let's see if there's something kind of small. Oh, how about we take one of these? I love using these little like phrases here. And let's find one that we like. I love Perfectly Imperfect. I feel like that's a good one for a journal. And we can either put it here kind of stacked with that header box, or I can put it down on this side. I think we'll put it down here on the opposite side. Whoops. And let me see if there is another one that we want to stack with it. Kind of like Beautiful and Perfectly Imperfect. I like those together. Yeah, I like that. Ooh, these are really pretty and fun to kind of layer with. So let's take some of these like single flowers. And how about, ooh, which one? I like this one. And let's add that right here. Okay, I love these. I think that both of those clusters came out super cute. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do with the rest of the space here. So there are some pre-made clusters that Cassie has created for us. So let's take a look at those. We have some smaller ones that might fit kind of perfectly in the spaces that we have. So let's take this one. And in this one, I can journal a little bit here and in here. Like I can write in that space also. So let's put this, I'm gonna add this one right here. And down here, I don't know that I want to use that one. I think we'll create another one ourselves. So let's go back to the boxes, and I'm going to take, instead of taking like these larger boxes, I'm going to take a full size box. Let's do this color. And let's grab this to go underneath it. And let's see, are there any of these that are clear? Yeah, we do have these that are clear. But I don't know how that's gonna look with this. You know what? I think that it would look better if we used the one with the words, like one of these. So I'm gonna take this like kind of simple one that doesn't have any of the shading in the back. And then let's go to either some of these, or where were those just like outline flowers, like these ones. Okay, I'm gonna grab this one. Now this is a smaller box. I kind of have to keep that in mind. I don't have as much like space to work with, but let's do this piece up here at the top. Now, when you are using these like junk journal type sticker books, or really any of Cassie's sticker books that have these like layering elements, I like to just kind of like play around and not worry too much about, you know, rules or anything like that. Start with putting like a base down and then add a box and then add a couple of more elements, kind of like what we did over here. We started with our base, we added the box, and then I added this header box, we added this piece, and then we added that sticker on top. And you just kind of keep adding little pieces until you're like happy with how it looks. This one, I think I need to scooch over a little bit. So let's move this, and I'm going to move it over more to the right. That was kind of a lot to the right. Maybe like that. And then we can add that box in there. Okay, that's pretty. And then we can take another like header box to go with this one. So how about in the like the darker brown color? And layer that here. And I feel like we could add something in right here on top of the box. And we have these little like tags or stamps. How would this stamp look? That might be really cute. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, I think that this looks pretty good, and I think I'm good with like all of the like layering aspects of it. Now I am just going to take one or two just plain boxes and put them on the page. So we can take, let's see which color. I'm thinking either up here or down here. Let's take like this square box. And I'm just going to add that kind of all by itself right there. And over here, I think we'll do just some like layering elements without boxes, or some kind of like corner piece to go over here. So let's see what we have. I thought that I saw like this. Would that look pretty there? It might be a little bit too much. I think this piece that we pulled might look nice over here, kind of tucked underneath this box. So let's do that. I'm going to pull this box up. And we'll place it right here, and it's going to kind of go into this space too. And then lay that back down. I could have brought it up a little bit higher. Let's try that again. Bring that up a little bit higher. Okay, there. That looks nice. Layered that way. We used these like phrases over here. Let's put a couple on the other side of the page too. So where would be a good spot to put them? We might put them just in this empty section over here, and maybe we'll stack like 3 of them together. Let's take, should we take throw your hands up in the air? And then let's take not a bad life. And then one more that's a little smaller. How about just because? Okay, then that fills that in, and it kind of balances that we have those words. Might want to put, because they're now just at the bottom of the page, so how about we take 1 or 2 of them? We could even like layer them with that box there. So how about, let's take love yourself, and we'll like stack them on top of each other. I'm gonna put love here, and I hope I'm not out of frame. And then yourself. Okay, I like that. And then just a little something to go down here at the bottom. I like this, and then we can layer something on top of it. So let's take this. Okay, I'm gonna have it kind of coming off the page. So we'll trim here. And then we can layer something to go on top of it. So with this sticker book, it really is kind of about like layering different elements on top of each other. Maybe like this. All right, I think that's cute. What do you think? I like it, and I think this one's done. Should we decoratively date it? I think that we're just going to leave it as is. And so this one is all set. Now let's move to the dot grid journal. For my dot grid journal this week, I chose Planything Seasonal Houses and Trees in Amsterdam. This is an older sticker book, but I still had like a lot of the like autumn stickers in here. So let's go ahead and use these. Let's see. I'd like a larger one to go along the bottom. Let's do, trying to think, we can kind of put this one on this side and then continue it on the other side, just creating our own little scene, or I can just put this one on the bottom here, and then we can use boxes and rest these on the boxes. I think let's do that. So let's take this one. And I guess we can put it along the bottom this side. Okay, and then let's grab boxes. So I don't have a ton of boxes in this sticker book. There's only this one page, and I might be able to kind of beg, borrow, and steal from some of the other sets. Let's see. Maybe not. The colors are all so different. So let's start with this, and then if I need more boxes, I can always add them. I can always go grab some from like a Mojo Jojo sticker book or something like that. So we'll place this here. Let's do this box here. And then can put this one right here. And I guess let's use some of these circles to kind of layer. I can't really write a whole lot in them, but I think that we can use them just to add in like a little bit of color. So something like that. And over here, maybe something like that. And then let's put this smaller box here. Actually, I think I'm gonna go grab a Mojo Jojo sticker book, and I want to have a larger box so that we can put some houses on the top, or like have it down here. Actually, yeah, we'll put it down here so we can put houses on top. So let's add this like right here, and then let me go grab another sticker book to use. This is Autumn Boxes 2.0 from Mojo Jojo Plans. We have this like coppery color, and that would be really fun, except I won't really be able to kind of balance that color on this side unless we use some of these like header size boxes, because that's pretty much all I have left except for like the really large boxes, and I don't have room for both of those, like one on each side. But that is an option. Or I could use this kind of like brick color, but I think I like that like this one, this like coppery one. Yeah, let's go with this. So we're going to put this, let's put this one like right here. And then I'm just going to use this as like a little header on this side just to get a little bit of that color over here. Okay, and I think that that's enough boxes, except this is really crooked and I want to put like the, like a house on top of it. So I feel like it needs to be kind of straight. So let's try that again. I'm going to try and use these lines here, or the dot grid. Okay. All right, now let's go back to our like houses and trees here and create a cute little scene. We can do one there and one here. So let's just go ahead and let's take this. And I guess I'm going to trim the bottom off of them so that they'll like rest nicely on top of the box. Let's do this over here. And how about this little like light post? And how about one more tree? Okay, that's fun. And then over here, let's take this one. So I'm going to kind of let you all in on a little secret. I mean, I guess it's not really a secret, but just kind of some 2026 info. So I have been using both of these journals all year. I've been, decorating both of these spreads in my journal videos every week. And I'm finding that I'm not using this journal as much as I was in the beginning of the year. I don't know if it's just because I don't have enough time or enough things to write in my journal, but for whatever reason, I'm just not using this one as much anymore. So for next year, I have been really wanting to start like a creative journal or like a junk style journal. It's not going to be like a junk journal for those that are really into junk journaling. Like I don't know that it's going to be like the perfect junk journal. But I am going to kind of be using a combination of like scrapbook paper and stickers and just random things that I collect throughout the week to create a spread. And I am actually really, really excited for that. I'm really excited to get started with doing that kind of like creative journal. And it won't be anything that I write in. So it'll just be a space to be creative and like put stickers down and, things that I collect throughout the week. So I wanted to ask your opinion. Number one, is that something that you would like to see? Would you like to see me decorate that like on camera? But also, I wanted to know if in this video, normally I decorate 2 spreads in this video. I'll decorate my vertical and I decorate this one. Now, if I decide to do this again or do that next year where I'm decorating, my vertical plus decorating that junk journal, that one is going to take quite a bit longer than this one does. I'm guessing, I haven't done this before, so I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that it's going to take me a lot longer. So those videos are going to probably end up being really long, like 45 minutes to an hour. And that's probably like the shortest that it's going to be. So one question that I have is, would you want to watch a video that is that long? Or would it be better for me some weeks to do the junk journal and some weeks to do the vertical? Would you prefer it that way? So let me know in the comments down below what you would prefer to see. Would you, or do you not want to see like a junk journal at all? So let me know your thoughts. Because that is, like I said, something that I am really excited about just for myself to have that like creative space, whether or not I film it. I'm just really excited to start that type of journal. But I also want to post things that that you want to see and that you are excited about watching. So, I was hoping to put some quotes in here. It looks like this sticker book doesn't have any quotes in it. So let me go grab something that has quotes to kind of fill these spaces in. This has been my go-to for the last month, the Fall Collections Volume 3 for quotes, because there are so many quotes in the sticker book that are like fall quotes. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, if you would like to see a like junk journal style video next year. And if you want to see it kind of all in one video and have it be like a longer video, or if you would rather me, you know, split it up in 1 week, do like film my vertical layout and the other week film my junk journal. Now I'm going to be like decorating both each week and doing both for myself each week, but it's just a matter of, you know, what gets filmed and like put on YouTube. So there you go. All right, we have those 2 quotes there. I feel like we could do maybe another one right here. How about snuggle weather? All right, this one is all set. I really like how this turned out. Actually, I was kind of like chatting a lot while we decorated this one, but I like how that one turned out. We used Planty Things Seasonal Houses and Trees in Amsterdam. We also pulled in some Mojo Jojo boxes. You can use code LOVE10 Mojo Jojo plans. And where is the other one that we did? We decorated this vertical layout using the Casthetic Plans junk journal sticker book. I'll have an affiliate link in the description for Casthetic Plans. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.